According to rumors, Claressa pulled up to Papoose and Remy's house ready to throw hands, which is why the drama between Claressa Shields and Remy just went crazy. It's messy, chaotic, and honestly, it's the sort of tea we didn't know we needed. Someone could have disqualified or even banned Claressa from boxing if it were true that someone had laced her drinks with illegal substances prior to her fight with Danielle Perkins. However, Papoose intervened and told Claressa to calm down, reminding her that it wasn't worth risking her boxing license over this mess. And let's face it, Claressa backed off because it was probably what Remy wanted in the first place. But trust me, she wasn't happy about it. If you haven't followed all of this drama, don't worry, I've got you covered. A while back, there were rumors that Remy and Papoose were split up, but when Papoose shared a Father's Day photo with their daughter, it turned out to be, surprise, surprise, no. The street began chatting when Remy was spotted. It turns out that Remy was reportedly going out with an underground battle rapper called Easy the Block Captain. This is where things become awkward because Easy and Papoose were buddies. Remy's life wasn't just easy. CIS was also rumored to be in a relationship with another rapper. While Papoose was keeping things classy by not airing, pictures of them cuddling up with matching watches began to circulate online. Any private information online, he chose to move on discreetly, and guess what? He's now dating Claressa Shields. Remy was not pleased that she shared screenshots of Claressa with Papoose while he was still staying at her house. She even made disparaging remarks, saying that Claressa hung up the phone when she heard Remy's voice. Looking at Remy, she thought, girl, you cheated first. Why are you mad? The double standards were real. Remy wasn't finished though, and accused Claressa of fabricating stories to harm her reputation, claiming that Claressa's team was out there attempting to discredit her. In a classic clapback, Queen Fashion Claressa responded on Twitter, accusing Remy of being resentful and accusing her of being. It was petty, messy, and everything. Not to mention the video of Claressa dancing, which insiders claim infuriated Remy. Claressa even joked while actually fighting Remy and invited her to her upcoming match in Flint, Michigan. If Claressa wasn't a professional boxer, Remy was prepared to throw hands. The internet was consuming everything, and just as things appeared to be cooling down, Remy fueled the flames by warning everyone at her upcoming WAP combat event not to bring up the tension between Claressa and Papoose or they catch. The drama between Remy and Claressa Shields is so intense that you can almost feel it through your screen. This isn't your typical feud. As a whole, it's chaos. These hands period. This beef is straight up reality show material, and it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. Grab your popcorn, friends. New level. As anybody familiar with Remy knows, she has never shied away from using her hands to handle situations. She has established a reputation for not backing down, as evidenced by her threat against Toya Johnson on Love and Hip Hop. Yes, CIS takes disrespect seriously, but things are different now that Claressa Shields is involved because Remy isn't just dealing with anyone. Claressa is a world champion boxer, and let's face it, if Remy tried to throw hands with her, we all know how that fight would end. However, according to the streets, Remy allegedly took things to a darker level. Possibly paid someone to add illegal substances to Claressa's drink in an attempt to destroy her career. A positive drug test could have resulted in a suspension, disqualification, and even the loss of her titles. Talk about shady tactics. When Claressa learned of this, she was prepared to pull up at Remy's house to make amends. But Papoose intervened and prevented her from making a grave error by reminding her that putting hands on. Fans had plenty to say about Remy's potential to cost her everything, including her boxing license, titles, and the profession she has fought so hard to build. Many people said, "Girl, you're a boxer. We know you can fight, so why risk your license?" And to be honest, they had a point, but the drama didn't end there. Remy, who is no stranger to controversy, intensified the anger by making false accusations against Claressa, and now says she's spreading false information to harm her reputation. Claressa responded. Rumors began to circulate that Remy had hired someone to tamper with Claressa's drink, which some fans believe is not just petty but perhaps illegal. This led to a showdown after he challenged Remy to a boxing bout. Some people think Remy would go that far, but it's just wild rumors. After all, this isn't just about Claressa and Papoose. It's a full-fledged drama with social media ablaze and everyone taking sides. If you thought that was the end of it, 50 Cent had to get involved because of. Whether he's genuinely worried about Remy or just stirring things up for fun, his comments have people talking at this point. The feud has gone from being a private argument to a full-fledged public soap opera with every new twist and turn. Sure enough, he jumped into the drama, throwing shade and added even more layers to this already messy situation. Turn keeps us glued to our screens, but one thing is certain. This drama isn't going to end anytime soon. Let's face it, Remy has never shied away from a fight, whether it be verbal or physical. People are still discussing her alleged past, including the time she allegedly shot a friend over a money dispute, which some view as evidence of her toughest character. People can't help but wonder in the midst of all this drama, and Nail's attitude serves as a brutal reminder of how dangerous it can be to let emotions take control. What is actually going on with Papoose? Some people believe that his relationship with Claressa Shields may be more complicated than it first appears. Could he be trying to remind Remy of her shortcomings or even alter the balance of power in their relationship? Or are people overanalyzing the situation? Papoose has always portrayed himself as a devoted husband and father to his wife and their blended family. So if the rumors are accurate, this would be a significant departure from the image he has carefully cultivated over the years. Then, Claressa Shields is stirring things up by challenging Remy to a boxing match. Proving a point, or is she sincerely attempting to resolve their differences in the ring? For Claressa, boxing is second nature, but taking on a non-professional fighter has led to her being criticized for having an unfair advantage. She defended her choice, stating that it would be a courteous and equitable way to settle their differences, but not all of her detractors agree. Think it's more about making a statement or perhaps even a publicity stunt to capitalize on the attention this feud has generated than it is about finding a solution. In addition, some people wonder why everything is blowing up right now and speculate that there may have been. Social media has undoubtedly turned this drama into a full-blown circus. With cryptic posts, shady captions, and subtle jabs flying back and forth, fans are picking sides, turning comment sections into battle zones. Some are supporting Remy, claiming she is being unfairly dragged, while others are supporting Claressa for standing her ground, and poor Papoose is stuck. Whatever the reason, a private falling out that spilled into the public eye is clearly more serious than a minor misunderstanding. The situation feels like a reality show that no one can stop, with layers of drama building and the internet consuming it. Where this ends is unknown, but as the drama continues, it's worth stepping back to consider the bigger picture. What does this whole mess say about the culture of public feuds and how the media keeps them alive these days? Personal conflicts frequently turn into public spectacles for clicks and views, and the line between what's private and what's public has nearly vanished. It's not just messy for the parties involved, it sets a poor example for how disputes should be resolved generally. Remy has worked hard to rebuild her life and reputation after her time in prison, and something like this could reverse all of that progress. On the other hand, Claressa Shields runs the risk of coming across as excessively combative or even opportunistic, which could harm her athletic career and discredit Papoose as the devoted family man is being called into question. This isn't just petty conflict. It serves as a reminder of how difficult human relationships can be, particularly. The internet isn't going to slow down anytime soon. Instead, it's flourishing on meme debates and constant speculation. Whether this feud is a legitimate grievance or simply miscommunications blown up by social media, it's becoming a cautionary tale. For the time being, all we can do is watch it unfold in the hopes that cooler heads will prevail. When 50 Cent decided to get involved, things became even more messy. There is a wild notion that Remy may have put Claressa in danger by putting a hit out on her. He gave Claressa unsolicited advice, telling her to avoid fighting her no matter what. she would bring the block classic 50, stirring the pot as usual. But Claressa wasn't exactly listening. She was already pitching the idea of a boxing match with Remy. She even tweeted, "Come get your whooped," which is a reference to the internet. In an interview with Jamel Hill, Claressa spilled some tea, and some believe she is going too far, while others feel she is literally fighting fire with fire. Additionally, let's not forget who might have started this feud. Remy played dirty first. Remy allegedly leaked Claressa's personal number to harass her, but Claressa wasn't going to take it lying down. She responded by stating that she would fight Remy for $1. Most people assume Claressa has this figured out, but don't discount Remy just yet. She has a history of throwing hands, and we're not just talking about rap fights. After shooting her companion Makitha Barnes-Joseph over a missing $3,000 in 2008, Remy received an 8-year prison sentence. The story goes that when they were out having fun in Manhattan, Remy found the money was missing from her purse. Of remaining composed and working things out, she immediately accused Makitha. Things quickly got out of hand, with words flying, punches being thrown, and then a gun going off. The bullet struck Makitha's colon and rectum, leaving her in the hospital for weeks. Her 8-year sentence served as a wake-up call, Remy. The judge in her case didn't mince words when he described Remy's extremely angry demeanor, so perhaps 50 Cent has a point when he advises Claressa to be careful. This isn't just a headline-grabbing feud, it serves as a reminder that tempers can blow up and that the consequences are real. For now, we'll have to wait and see where this goes. Wild saga continues, but one thing is certain, the internet is giddy with anticipation. Remy's history of letting her rage run amok is well known. During her trial for the 2008 shooting, she attempted to persuade the judge that she wasn't who people believed she was. Stated, "Remy is not even close to who I really am. I'm not a thug, I'm not a threat or a menace to society, and I still have a lot to offer." However, prosecutor Michael Macintosh didn't buy it and presented a completely different picture, highlighting Remy's reputation for carrying a loaded weapon and painting that argument as a disaster waiting to happen. Remy was sentenced, sealing her fate. The incident became a cautionary tale, but what's crazy is that, despite everything, she didn't seem to regret it at all. In fact, she even mentioned it in her rapping, saying, "I shot my friend over a band, and imagine what I'll do till I can't stand." If you thought Remy had calmed down since then, think again in 2019. It was at a benefit performance at Irving Plaza that she allegedly launched a punch at her Love and Hip Hop New York co-star Brittany Taylor, landing a beneficial strike to Brittany's eye. Brittany wasted no time in going directly after Remy, proving she still had the same fire. Posted a photo of her black eye on Instagram and reported it to the police shortly after Remy was charged with 4 misdemeanor counts of assault and harassment by May. Fortunately, she was able to turn herself in when the case went to trial, and the assistant district attorney disclosed that Brittany's primary eyewitness had stopped cooperating, and another witness claimed to have seen Remy in a totally different location at the time of the alleged incident. Despite the lack of concrete proof, Remy was quite happy that she was spared jail time, but let's not forget that Remy's name remains. In the midst of the drama, particularly with regard to 50 Cent, the tension between 50 and Papoose dates back to 2018, when 50 boldly commented, "Damn, Remy, you lost mad weight. Hey Slim," beneath one of Remy's photos. Papoose wasn't going to let that go unnoticed, and he clapped back hard, bringing the feud to a head once and for all. Fans are eagerly awaiting the next development in this brewing drama, whether it takes place on social media or in the ring. As the sparks rise, 50 Cent, the catalyst, will be there to see it all. Since this story is far from over, things became even messier when 50 Cent was brought into the Remy and Papoose drama. It all began when Papoose commented, "Damn, Remy, you lost mad weight. Hey Slim," under one of Remy's photos. Papoose wasn't having it and retaliated by bringing up Daphne Joy, a 50's baby mama. He went so far as to say, "Damn Daphne Joy, no wedding yet. If 50 doesn't marry you, I'll introduce you to my homeboy." Being more mature, he naturally set 50 off. He then shared a photo of Remy wearing lingerie with the message, "Remy is blocked unless she gets." I told her husband that she had lost weight and that Pap had started tripping, but he went a step further and shared a meme of a balding Papoose with the caption, "Okay, but she lost weight and she's good. What do you want me to do about that?" He even joked that he was going to say, "Next thing, we're not watching Power." It was nasty and messy, but we all know that 50 thrives on this kind of drama, and Fat Joe, who's Remy's, was the target of Papoose's retaliatory post, which included some crazy pictures of 50 and even the hashtag, "Get the strap." Mentor and godfather to her child with Papoose decided to stay out of it on Mav Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast. Joe acknowledged that 2024 has been difficult for hip-hop due to all the scandals that have made headlines, but he is loyal to Remy and respects Papoose, which makes things difficult for him. He also voiced concern about the potential effects of this public mess. The day before Remy's shocking Instagram tirade, Joe even said that he was unaware of the drama that was about to unfold. She was out to dinner with him, acting as if nothing was wrong, and many conjectured that Papoose was at the dinner as well, but he promptly corrected the record by posting "Peace to my brother Fat Joe. I wasn't with them at Brooklyn Chop House, but I do frequently spend thousands there, so I love it." However, things took a turn for the worse when Remy revealed even more filthy laundry after Papoose shared. Despite Papa's accusations, she retaliated with receipts of her alleged infidelity, claiming that she spent last Christmas with their daughter. She also accused Papa of having a gambling problem and attempting to coerce her into a quick divorce by claiming that he wouldn't leave unless there was a public outcry. Remy also criticized Papoose for filming her during arguments and making fun of her by saying things like, "You're a snitch, you're a rat," and Remy called the police for help. She clarified that she didn't want to engage her family or friends, like Fat Joe, because they also cared about Papoose. As if that wasn't simple enough, the block captain dropped his own bombshell, denying rumors that he ended up in a fetal position, but confirming his affair with Remy and saying Papoose knew about it the entire time. According to Ease, the story wasn't as dramatic as some were making it out to be, and if Ease telling the truth, it appears that Remy left first, which could not sit well with her supporters. As for Claressa Shields, she might want to heed 50's advice before facing Remy. Now that it's obvious that Remy is not someone to mess with, what do you think Remy is up to? Putting in every effort to defeat Claressa, or is this all just talk? Who will emerge from this with their head held high? Please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to watch more of our videos for the most recent information on this crazy tale.